Hey guys, MA Fish Guy here, just doing a quick do-it-yourself video on the moving bed filter. Now I've done a video on these before, but I kind of want to do a streamlined version of this. That way you can just kind of look to see what needs to be done, and you can pretty much build one of these within 5 minutes as long as you have the proper materials and the tools. So the only thing you really do need is a drill with a drill bit in it. Basically the drill bit has to be a little bit smaller than the size of an airline tube. That's pretty much all it is, because at that point you want to push the airline tube in, and all you really want to do is drill a couple holes. The first one is going to be in the neck of the bottle, right here, right above where the cap neck is. And that's going to be the first one for the airline. Next you're going to drill a bunch of holes for the intake basically of the water, and that's right into the cap. I drilled about 16 to 17 holes in there, and then one large one to fit the suction cup. Next you're going to do is I line the whole top brim of the water bottle, then the inside with a bunch of smaller holes, and that way you don't have a problem with the outtake of the air going into it. Now if you are having a loud filter, you're having too many big bubbles come through that are popping, causing maybe water to pop out, be a little bit noisy, you can cut more holes into the bottle, and that is going to alleviate some of the pressure that's built up in there and allow it to go out a little bit quicker. So all you do then is you add the airline tube halfway into the middle, or right into the middle of the bottleneck. Now this is going to allow the air to blow up into it and rotate the media that you have. Now it's kind of simple. There's really nothing major crazy hard to it, and what is nice about this, and here's the K1 media. I filled about 3/4 of the way. You can buy K1 media usually off eBay, but you can fill it up as high as you want as long as it's rotating properly to create that beneficial bacteria growth surface. So that's what it looks like. But what is nice about these is, well, they are kind of ugly. So when you have them in an aquarium, they are going to be kind of a conversation piece. What the heck is that? So these are nice because they create a surface area for your beneficial bacteria to grow, and that is going to allow your tank not to have an ammonia spike and have more bacteria to eat away and cycle your tank and allow it not to hit that new tank syndrome stage. But like I said, these are kind of ugly. So what you can do is you can buy these little lights on eBay as well. They come in many different colors of the rainbow pretty much. This one's a blue one. I do have a white one, but I do have purple, red, green, blues. Like I said, pretty much anything. But you could buy packets of them. You could buy them singly, but these are waterproof. They do have that black ring in there that allows it to basically create a seal and not have a problem. Now everybody's saying, oh man, those probably only last a couple of days. Well, I have done quite a few tests on these to make sure of it. I've had these last around 45 to 50 days running off just the regular batteries inside of them. You got to figure this is just one LED running off 2 watch batteries. So it's going to run for quite a while. I understand it is running 24/7. It can be a pain to get out, but as long as you use the right neck bottle, it should fit right inside of it. Then all you're going to do is screw the cap on, and presto. What I do like about this is it is below the surface of the airline tube, blowing the air, so it's not going to kick these up into it. Now if you do have a problem with them being, floating around or anything like that, you can anchor them to the bottom using a little bit of super glue. That's not going to hurt anybody. Super glue I use to frag some of my corals and stick them to rocks. So it's not going to hurt any of your fish as long as you let it sit dry, and you shouldn't have a problem. So it does kind of pretty it up a little bit and make it a little bit more appealing to the eye and maybe to yourself. Second, the modification I have done to these, like I said, is a little bit different. It's the suction cup on the bottom. Now a lot of them you see the suction cups are drilled into the side, and a lot of times you're going to get your bottle floating to one side because the airline tube pulls it, or it gets too much pressure built up on one side, rotates. What I like about these is you suction cup them right to the bottom of the aquarium, you move your sand or gravel, if you have a bare bottom, even better, and you stick it right to the glass. Now these aren't moving. I haven't had a problem with them moving, even with built up pressure. They're not moving. They're only going straight up, and you have quite a bit of pressure to pull them up. So that is what I do like about them. Now, if you don't like that modification, try stuff out for yourself. Some people don't even use the suction cups, they do a weighted bottom. Now I like that idea too, but those are a little bit more pricier and harder to find. Now the price range on these, by the time I bought a K1 Media, I had water bottles laying around all over the place. Suction cups are $4 for $1 at your craft store, anything like that, and these LED lights were $12 for, I believe it was $7. So it really wasn't all that pricey to build these. The K1 Media, I believe, was $10 for a huge shoebox full. So if you break down the total materials that you're using and what you're using to build these, it came out to about $1.45 to build one of these. Now I know it's not much, and it's not much to look at, but when you have a fish room like some of us out there, or you're looking for a different way to have a nursery tank, shrimp tank, anything like that to keep that new tank syndrome away, these are perfect. And they are actually, I find them a little bit more appealing than some of your other filters out there with a big old hose sticking down into the aquarium. It can be kind of ugly. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns on how to build these do-it-yourself filters, the moving bed filters, please post it down below. If you like it, like it. I think they're pretty cool looking. But you will see many modifications out there. Each one works differently for everybody else. So please post it down below if you have any modifications that you've used personally. And I will definitely like to try some new things out. So again, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And tell me what you think. And check out my website, mafishguide.com, for all your aquarium supplies and needs.